majamaa and welcome to another edition of Pulse Sports Pregame. Mimi naitwa Maki Nyanjui ama ukitaka Kinyawai.
Ukiwa na imamu wa soka almaarufu Evans Ousuru ama chairman wa Chelsea mwenyewe.
Mimi Joel Omoto, fan wa Manchester United kutoka 1999.
Now of course leo tutakuwa tunaongelea vitu mingi, all things to do with English Premier League, especially with games zenye zina happen hii weekend. Na the first game itakuwa Aston Villa wakicheza na Man City. Of course both teams wanaingia into the weekend on very rather indifferent form. Man City themselves are on a downward spiral. Walikuwa wamefunga Man U by one goal and then ikaisha 2-1. What a goal by Amad Diallo, we'll get to that in a moment. And then Aston Villa wako up and down, mara wanashinda mara hawashindi. Juzi wamestaniwa na Nottingham Forest, although there are some players kama John Duran mwenye ameanza kucheza vizuri, given he's now starting to get minutes and starting. He's also proving that he can also score goals as a starter apart from akitoka kwa bench. So first of all, what do you think of your game coming into the weekend?
No, Aston Villa wakishinda. I think last season Aston Villa was the first team pekee ilipiga Man City, I think home and away.
Yes, I think ni wao.
Na sioni kama hiyo inaenda kuchange. Hii season given form ya City saa hii, naona Aston Villa wakishinda. Regardless mali wanacheza, kwa sababu wako na better confidence than Man City. Ukiangalia Man City, si kawaida uone Man City wako 85 minutes 1-0 alafu wana lose game. No, wali lose. Exactly. So confidence yao iko chini sana. I think wame lose game 8 in 11. Na hiyo si form poa kwa timu yoyote, hata kama ni super team kama Man City. Tunafikiria Aston Villa wanaenda pale wakiwa na confidence that everybody amekuwa anapata points, hata hao wana chance.
Venye nimesema, I think I still can give Villa a slight chance to win, considering kwamba ukiangalia head to head, not head to head actually, ukiangalia the recent form. In as much as pia form yao ilikuwa deep, they've picked up in the last 3 matches, but as opposed to City, ukiangalia form ya City, it is totally weird because Pep ame lose like 9 out of 11 matches. Then their last match against Manchester United, I expected them to win personally. Lakini ukiangalia how City collapsed mentally in the last 5 to 10 minutes, it tells you kwamba something is wrong kwa hiyo kikosi ya Pep na something must be done. And it is the worst time meeting a team in the form of Aston Villa.
Mi personally ukiniuliza, first of all Manchester City hawana midfield. Nilikuwa na expect watakuwa bad, but sikuwa na expect they'd be that bad without Rodri. And also I've noticed Pep has completely refused to adapt. First of all, anashinda akisema ati I need my best players back, we will be back and what not. But first of all, some of these players are not at the level they were, maybe because wameshinda so much for so long, to the extent now what is more to achieve. Unajua inafikanga hiyo point, watu kama De Bruyne at 34, watu kama Gundogan at 34, what more do I have to achieve? I've won everything there is to win, so what more do I have? So hakuna hiyo desire and fighting spirit. And also for Pep, haja adapt in terms of, yes, umezoea kutumia number 6 mwenye ni controller, mwenye ana dictate game, speeding up the game, slowing down the game, giving line breakers, finding yourself into goal scoring situations kama Rodri. But without him, yes, as much as hawana like for like profile, you should adapt to the players that you have and try and get results. I also feel partly in the fact that there are some players hapo wenye, as much as they are young, they're not good enough. Watu kama Matheus Nunes, okay, for the first yes, umepeana miss pass for the equalizing goal yenye hiyo penando ishindwe, umepeana miss pass, and then you out of desperation, you are running back, and then you clatter into someone carelessly, and then you give away a penalty. Then before too long, pia tena una throw nini out of the window, and then as much as it was a brilliant goal by Amad Diallo, unajipata already you've lost probably your 8th game in 9 games. You've only won 1 now in the last 9 games. So I feel like something has to give with Manchester City. But like I said, Aston Villa, the fact that they lost to Nottingham Forest last time out, it's not going to be easy. So for me, I'm going to say it probably itakuwa draw given the circumstances. But anyway, moving on to my beloved Arsenal. Palace watakuwa nacheza na Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal aren't doing well at the moment. It was a very lackluster last Premier League game against Everton, hakukuwa na bao, ilikuwa inakaa kutoka. The team Mikel Arteta was booed in the end, and you can see for the first time the skills are falling out of Arsenal fans' eyes, that it's high time this man got held accountable for his selections, poor tactical decisions, and some of the signings that he made watu kama Sterling wenye hata hawachezi against a Palace side that are starting to gain momentum after a slow start to the season. Unafikiria aje hiyo game?
Mimi naona Palace wakishinda hiyo game. I'm being honest, kwa sababu ukiangalia Palace wamechapa Brighton with 3-1. Hiyo ni confidence booster mbaya sana. Na wanaangalia Arsenal wamecheza na Everton, timu ambayo imechapwa 4-0 na Manchester United yenye huko namba 13. Na wakapata draw. So Palace wakienda pale wanajua wakijituma wako na chance, kwa sababu confidence yao iko juu. Alafu unaona Arsenal hii season wamechange the way wamekuwa wanacheza last 2 previous seasons. Wamekuwa more attacking minded before. Sasa hiyo wako more defensive, safety first. Na so watu wamegundua, teams zimegundua tukicheza na Arsenal, just funga hizo channel zao za ku create chances, kwa sababu wa create a lot of chances kwa open play. Chances zao mingi wana rely on set pieces.
Yes.
So ukiwa deny set piece ama u defend vizuri kwa set piece,
kama Everton,
more likely utapata point. So Palace pia wako na big players just like Everton. Wataenda pale, make sure that Arsenal kwa set piece hawapati kitu, na mkipata set piece zenyu mzitumie vizuri. So kuna possibility that Palace watapata win against Arsenal.
Nikiangalia game ya Arsenal na Palace kidogo kuna mtafaruku, because ukiangalia based on current form, I'll go for Palace, because they are coming from a 3-0 win against Brighton. Na Brighton pia hawakwangi pushovers. Then ukiangalia how Arsenal ama Arteta rather ameset Arsenal currently, it's not the best time to meet a team in the form of Palace, because defensively wako very strong. Ukiangalia venye McGuire anacheza, the attraction to play for a bigger club, the ambition to play for a team of Liverpool stature, inampush kwamba this is the time to prove doubters wrong. So going into that match, I think Palace this is the right time for Palace to get a result in that match. I don't care regarding the scoreline, but a win for Palace will be good for me. Kama shabiki wa Chelsea.
In terms of your game, first of all, Crystal Palace is one of those teams I don't naogopanga sana in terms, because you never know when they are going to turn up. First of all, genuinely, Palace have genuine quality. Wako na watu kama Eze, wako na watu kama I think Adam Wharton is injured, but they have some quality, good quality players. And God knows why Chelsea got rid of Chalobah. God knows why. I've never understood that, but the fact is they still have quality players. So pia the one thing I fear is kweni kama 2022 venye tulikuwa tuna battle for top 4 and then wakaturarua tatu, Mateta akifunga header. And then ama ile 2017 when they also beat us 3-0 and people were angry during the dark Wenger days in 2017. So that might be a possibility, but also I'm looking at it another way. Arsenal pia, they can hardly create from open play, because right now everyone knows, every team knows, even you rival fans know. Right now tactic is give the ball to Saka. And right now, like you saw against Everton and you saw against Fulham were knackered because they had beaten Brighton 3-1 before we played them. So all they did was, as much as they were tired, what they said was just make sure we are disciplined at set pieces and make sure Anthony Robertson is tight on Saka so that Saka doesn't create a chance from nothing. Same thing happened against Everton the other day. Zero creativity. Arteta amerudi back to hiyo nonsense yake ya kuchezesha Rice and Merino in one team, two players who are very sideways merchants, no progression on the ball, and then you're playing Thomas Partey as a number 6, as a right back instead of number 6, where he can spray those passes. So I think one is so wakiendelea hivyo, I actually think your game itaisha draw ingine very uninspiring. So unless Arteta reverts to basic na ache hiyo story ya kuchezesha Rice and Merino in one team, I find a way to get Odegaard and Saka to be more inspirational, get Odegaard to stop getting the ball deeper and go further forward by bringing Partey back into the team. I think that is the only way Arsenal will find inspiration again and win. But as it stands, me naona ikiwa very uninspiring draw.
But I think that you've now found out the reason why you tend to lose title race as early as December.
As early as December.
Yes, because your tactical tinkering of the squad.
Yes. Now that is
big
the
problem.
exact thing that happened last year. Yes. Moving on. Yes. So moving on, Everton against Chelsea. Chelsea pia wako very inspired. Right now they're on form. Whether you like it or not, mko kwa title race. Usiseme ati hamko title race. You are in a title race. End of debate. Sitaki kusikia Chelsea fan mwingine akisema ati we are just picking up the points. And also Everton, tulia. And also Everton wenyewe, right now maybe they'll have found inspiration after good draw against Arsenal. They didn't come to win, but they were very inspired. And right now it's the last days of their days at Goodison. If they want to give it one final last hurrah from a sentimentality perspective. Wewe unafikiria aje wewe kama mwenye anasema ati amko you are in a title race? Kwanza we agree. Kabla ujibu, first agree. Are you in a title race or not?
Everybody is entitled to his own opinion, but kama ambassador wa Chelsea,
you are in a title
I'm
race.
telling you this in front of the cameras. Kwamba we are the dark horses, but we are still a small horse that needs to be built. As much as coach anajaribu kurabish kwamba Chelsea are not in contention for the title, I believe he's only trying to not burden players with expectations. But ukiangalia in terms of recent form, of all the 20 teams, Chelsea is the most informed team kwa league. I can't rule them completely out of e-title race, but even my own thinking the players need time. Because it is a project that is being built. Hakuna team, if you look at the stats, hakuna team imeshinda ligi with an average age of 23.9, which Chelsea currently have. Looking at City, the oldest team in terms of average age here, should be 27 point something. City wamekuwa dominant for the last 5-6 years because our players wame grow na kumature together. So it is too young to start talking about Chelsea as being title prospects. Hiyo nimekataa. Then looking at the Everton-Chelsea match, Chelsea were away at Goodison Park. It has not been one of the best hunting grounds for Chelsea. As much as Everton will get a result against Arsenal, I still believe Chelsea will grind out a result. Not grinding out a result. Chelsea will go there with the intention of getting maximum points. Na sisi kama Arsenal. Now, for us, we are not going to deploy the set piece tactics. Sisi ni attack, forward thinking. 2-1, 2-0, not a bad result for Chelsea. That's my take.
Mi nafikiria Chelsea wako na chance ya kuwin hiyo game kwa sababu ukiangalia threat za Chelsea ziko multiple. Compare na Arsenal, for instance, tumesema Saka, Odegaard kwa zuia ni hivyo. But ukiangalia Chelsea sasa Enzo Fernandez anafunga. Sancho is coming with the goals. Cole Palmer always.
And of course,
Nicholas Jackson is scoring. So threats zinatoka kila mahali. Kwa set piece bado watafunga, kwa open play bado watafunga. So naona itakuwa ngumu sana for Everton ku contain Chelsea kwa sababu kuna a lot of danger men. Vis-a-vis vile walicheza na Arsenal. So nikiangalia hii game naona Everton in as much as wataenda pale very defensive. I just feel like ile extra bit of quality and Chelsea wako nayo itawa open up na watapata bao 1-2 na watashinda game.
I actually think it's true in terms of Chelsea wako na a lot of quality in terms of what is coming off the bench as well. I think the only weakness in terms of Chelsea is maybe their defense, in my opinion. Mimi ukiniuliza, especially the goalkeeper, there are question marks over the goalkeeper, the two center backs as well, there are question marks as well. If that aspect is improved, I feel like Chelsea will really be unstoppable because wame midfield yao yenye ilikuwa na issues pia wame solve by the addition of Lavia, who is robust, he's winning balls and he's allowing now Caicedo to be the one now to kind of dictate the game more. Enzo Fernandez pia kiingia pia na he's more adventurous right now in an attacking role rather than when you limit him to play as a deep lying playmaker. So I think there is better balance with regards to Chelsea. I actually also think I think Chelsea will win quite comfortably, but Chelsea will still concede. So for me, because the only thing they lack is they're not keeping clean sheets, and that's because of that reason. I think that quality in terms of the goalkeeper and the defense inafai kuwa improved kidogo. but I think it's going to be an easy 3-1 win for Chelsea. Moving on to Manchester United against Bournemouth. Manchester United looked like a team that is revived. I understand right now Ruben Amorim anajaribu bado anape kila mtu nafasi because he's still trying to know who he trusts, who he doesn't trust, and for the first month when you come in mid-season you have to allow the manager time to do that. But at the same time kuna confidence in the fact that as much as Man City are out of form, you still beat them in Derby Day, and you rightfully beat them. It was a deserved win in my opinion. So Man United will be full of confidence heading to that. What do you think?
I agree. Kama una bet hii game weka goal. Kwa sababu Man United don't do clean sheets. Hizo hajui. So Man United vile umesema saa hizi from the defense kuna some improvement. And kama Amorim ameamua kubuild team from the back akienda mbele kwa sababu in terms of creating chances hawako. I mean our create chances from open play very limited. Wanangoja moment of brilliance from a player like Diallo or Bruno, alafu ndo wapate bao. Na uwezi depend on that kwa Premier League. 100%. Kwa game kama Bournemouth. Yes. Na ukiangalia Bournemouth I think wamechapa Man City, wamechapa Arsenal.
Yes.
So mbona wasichape Man United? So, wako na hiyo confidence that wanachapa anybody else whatever they play. So hii game naona best result for Man United ni draw, could be a defeat. I mean if they are losing at Nottingham Forest at home, Bournemouth vile wanacheza na ile attacking yao, I feel like wakikuja vile ukuja Man United defense haiwezi kwa sababu ni system bado new. Our players wanajaribu ku understand the new defensive line, I mean the new system ya back three na bado hajashika. So any team yenye pushes and asks a lot of questions, your defense inafunguka. So likelihood iko that Bournemouth can win, but now a draw given Man United wako home.
To me it depend na dynamics yenye Amorim ata employ, because one the reinstating of Maguire kwa hiyo kikosi imeleta stability kwa defense ya Manchester United. So it is now a matter of building ile momentum ya the win against City last weekend. So if you ask me, if I was in Amorim's shoes, ningetaka sana Manchester washinde hiyo match, because such that watu ile notion kwamba walipiga City by luck, because that is how you build momentum. But don't completely rule out Bournemouth. Any team imetatiza most of the teams kwa league. In terms of form pia, they are not badly off as much as they are mid-table team, but Manchester need to win that match by all means, irrespective of what happens. Then another thing is set up ya Manchester United. It is high time Amorim maintain kikosi yenye ilianza against Man City, apart from who is going to replace Mason Mount for that starting lineup, because to me that was the best of Amorim's squad for the past 1 month penye amekuwa ndani ya Manchester United. A 2-1 for Manchester United will be a good result. Yes.
2-1 for Man United. And finally Tottenham against Liverpool. Of course Tottenham wana scream inconsistency. Mara hii wiki wanapiga mtu 5, the next week unaona wamekuwa embarrassed. Mara like they are very inconsistent, and I partly blame it on the expansive nature of their team. In terms of Postecoglou, yes, you have to respect the fact that he has principles. He's going to attack. The team is going to play a high line. They want to suffocate the opposition. Hiyo naelewa. But at the same time pia kuna hiyo situation yenye when you lack some of your best players kama saizi venye Romero hayuko, venye Van de Ven already ashaumia tena, like you don't have the defenders to allow you to play with that aggressive high line, because watu kama Ben Davies hana hiyo pace. But bado uta insist kucheza hivyo, and that's the result utakuwa ganged up of in terms of transitional situation. And that is how Chelsea destroyed them, because nakumbuka nikiwatch your game, yes, Chelsea considered the first two because of unfortunate slips by Cucurella, but Chelsea was still the better team at the end of the day, and you never felt like Tottenham even at 2-1 up walikuwa the better team. In terms of Liverpool now, Liverpool ni ile team yenye right now I've stopped underestimating them. I'm starting to take them very seriously because they're consistent, because if they can manage to get back from 2 goals down against Fulham, and we know how good Fulham are in terms of the players they have. Fulham, I genuinely believe wako na squad, if they play their cards right, wako na squad inaweza wapea Europe atakana ni Conference League. They have that quality. And the fact that they still came back from 2 goals down wakiwa 10 men na waka force draw, inaonyesha there is something about it. And then genuinely pia Liverpool have quality, especially in terms of the attack. Yes, Salah is inspiring them, but pia unaona watu kama Ruben, Diaz pia wako very inspired. Watu kama Darwin, as much as he has his limitations, is still finding the back of the net. Gakpo as well. Right now, Gravenberch looks like a player reborn in the 6, carrying the ball forward as well, giving them so many options. Van Dijk is doing his thing. Yes, I know people like Konate are injured, but at the same time, the players that are coming in, the likes of Kwanzaa has improved. He's not losing his duels as much as he used to. So that is a game that is going to be super difficult. In my opinion, it's hard to predict. I feel like Liverpool might edge them, but only just. So I'll predict a 3-2 win for Liverpool.
Yeah, me naona Liverpool kishinda hiyo game. The fact that the way Tottenham play, ukienda offensively, you have a chance always. Kwa sababu Tottenham, vile tumesema about Pep and Man City, Ange Postecoglou pia only has one way of play. Na is very stubborn, hawezi change. So being at home atataka kuimpress fans, ata open up a very open game. Now that plays into Liverpool's hands, wako na attackers to hurt them. So I feel like Liverpool, of course, wameenda 2 games na wakidraw, wanataka to get back to winning ways. Now, this is the best opportunity kwa sababu with Tottenham ndio wamechapa Southampton 5-0 first half, but they are the same team that will lose to Ipswich the following day, the following match rather. So with Liverpool going there, mi nafikiria Liverpool have just that extra edge in attack and defense ya kuchapa Tottenham.
Ukiniuliza, I agree with him because ukiangalia the worst mistake any side can do, playing expansive football against a rampant Liverpool, a team that is blessed in attack. When you have Salah, you have Nunes, Jota is back, you have Diaz, you can go on and count. Any slight mistake you get punished. And the way you just mentioned kwamba absence ya Romero na Van Aven imefanya backline ya Spurs looks disjointed because Dragusin and Ben Davies
hawana pace, hawana hiyo pace ya cover.
Then plus if Davies umri imemwacha, then the experienced players a center back hana kidogo. So Liverpool have got an edge over Spurs, and I predict it's going to rain goals at nani ako home?
Tottenham ako home.
It's going to rain goals and Liverpool are going to win that match.
By how many goals?
Of course, I expect Spurs to score at 3-1, a 4-1. Not a bad result for Liverpool.
Pia wao wameamua tu wakwe racking up the points. Hawako title this. Wamekataa. Anyway, matamaa hizo ndo thoughts zetu on hizo games zinakuja hii weekend. What do you think? Tujulishe hapo chini kwa comment section. As always, nimekuwa wako Maki Nyanjua ama ukitaka Kinyawai.
Joel Omoto hapa.
Na Ivanso mwenyewe ukipenda niite ambassador wa Chelsea.
Na till tupatane next time. Cheers majamaa.
Bye for now.